Welcome to the House of the Dragon Hub, where we discuss everything relating to the House of the Dragon TV series. Thank you once again for clicking this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. House of the Dragon episode 2 just dropped, and in today's video we'll be talking about House of the Dragon season 1 episode 2 recap and a few just that we just came across. If you haven't watched House of the Dragon, please subscribe to the HBO and get your eyes on this amazing TV series. But if you want to get a recap or a summarized version of the House of the Dragon season 1 episode 1, I'll leave the link down below the comments section, so please make sure to click that link and get abreasted with the House of the Dragon season 1 episode 1. It's been 6 months since Queen Emma died, and we can see there's been a huge drift between Rhaenyra and Viserys, and I think it's just the way they are all trying to mourn. They haven't really come together to discuss how they are feeling, their thoughts and everything regarding the realm and then Queen Emma. The episode begins when Lord Corlys walks in to meet the council as they were discussing the future plans for the realm. Lord Corlys had been complaining about people penetrating into their land, and he happens to be the master of ship, holding a lot of fleet of ships. He is very concerned. He believes that he is being attacked, and as an attack on him is also an attack to the king. He shares his sentiments about what has been happening and what he thinks. But I think it's not just about that. Lord Corlys is already getting a plan. And we believe that it's all about the heir of the Iron Throne. Ever since King Viserys became the king of the Iron Throne, Lord Corlys and Rhaenys have always had their eyes on the king. They believe this should have come to their side, but unfortunately it wasn't that way. And as part of their plans, they are looking to marry their first daughter to King Viserys. King Viserys lost the wife, and as part of the kinship status, you need to get a wife. And especially King Viserys had been very desperate. He's looking to get an heir for the throne. Although Rhaenyra had been chosen for that, but he believes that to get more bloodline to the family will be of great value to them in the long run. If we are talking about some of the conniving characters, I think Lord Corlys and Rhaenys are part of it. They've been trying to get under the skin of Rhaenyra. Ever since the father started talking about marriage, they've been pushing Rhaenyra to the king. And Lord Corlys had been putting words in the mouth of the daughter so that she can please King Viserys. But I think the king already had his plans already, and therefore it was not an ideal thing for Lord Corlys to push the daughter to the king. And a 12-year-old girl who knows nothing is about to be remarried to King Viserys. It's been an exciting and interesting episode so far, and I think fans will be loving this as the competition gets higher. Who is the king going to get married to? Another theory within this episode is that Rhaenys and Lord Corlys are trying to find their place on the Iron Throne. Although they are bloodline of Targaryen, but they are very far from the throne. And Rhaenys, with the name the Queen Who Never Was, is just trying to get under the skin of Rhaenyra. She shares certain information thinking that Rhaenyra will also share secret information about herself and even the father, but it never happened that way. And when you look at the attitude of Rhaenyra, you can see she's one bold little girl trying to protect the realm, protect the father, and protect her rightful heir to the throne. The rightful heir to the throne was the boy or the baby brother of Rhaenyra, who just died within 24 hours after childbirth. And the boy had passed, but Rhaenyra respects that decision, and as part of her customs, she is trying to protect herself and protect her family against enemies. So far so good with Lord Otto, as he planned to leave the daughter with King Viserys. We got the message that Prince Daemon had moved to Dragonstone trying to get married to one sword, and the council was not in agreement. He is taking a chance where he's trying to fight against King Viserys. he's been a threat, and they believe that the boy must be stopped. King Viserys orders to go to Dragonstone, but Lord Otto sets in to make peace with Prince Daemon. It was just about retrieving that stolen dragon egg and also find out why Prince Daemon is getting married to another slut. Although Prince Daemon is married, but he believes the woman was chosen for him and he doesn't love that woman. Unfortunately, that scene was about to get hasty. We were thinking we were going to see some bloodshed, but it never happened that way. We start seeing a dragon flying across Dragonstone, and lo and behold, our favorite character so far, Rhaenyra, gets down from the dragon. She amicably walks to Prince Daemon and starts to have a very clean conversation to understand why Prince Daemon is doing whatever he is trying to do. I think he is becoming a traitor, and that is the kind of character we are seeing from Prince Daemon. And the only words that Rhaenyra shared shocked Prince Daemon, and at that moment he could do nothing but just throw back the egg at Rhaenyra. The smile on her face was like, yes, we did it. And the shock in Lord Otto's face was like, whoa, little girl, what happened? You really did this. I think Rhaenyra didn't want any bloodshed. Of course, the relation is thick. Prince Daemon is the uncle, and therefore she respects that very well. But as an heir of the Iron Throne, she must protect it at all costs. I think she really did well trying to solve this issue at peace with no bloodshed. Finally returned back home. This was a really good thing she did. As she arrived, the father questioned her. The father believed she had disrespected him, and when you look deep into this, she was only trying to protect the family. It wasn't as if she wanted to disrespect the father, but it's because that drift was still there, and we see that Alicent Hightower did a really good work by bridging them together, but it's not as peaceful as we think. Rhaenyra is one of a character, and we are seeing Daenerys in her. But when we look at the beginning of Daenerys in Game of Thrones, you can't compare it to how Rhaenyra has been so far. Rhaenyra commands respect and commands a great attitude. Before the latter part of the episode, we saw that King Viserys has started getting worried once again. Already he's been a worried man ever since Queen Aemma died. She had told Rhaenyra about how he loved the mother so much. But the pressure from the council or even from the throne has been really high. They are pushing him to get married because he has no son, and therefore it is important that he gets married quickly before anything happens. King Viserys goes to seek one of the Lord's idea or seeks an advice from the Lord whether it's an ideal thing to marry to Lord Corlys' daughter, who happens to be Lena. I think she's a 12-year-old kid. We've already established that fact. It would take her 2 years for her to even get married to the king. And you think the king will be waiting for that long period? Already we know that Alicent Hightower is of age and can't bear forth children to King Viserys. Supposing they should get married. And you can see from the way the king has been acting, he is in a great dilemma trying to seek advice from the council, but it's always has to be in confidence because he doesn't want to step on certain tones. But unfortunately, as the king announces his decision to marry to Alicent, the smile on Lord Otto's face was so bright. And unfortunately, as I say it, because she had already had that discussion with the father, she least expected that King Viserys was going to choose Alicent. And when you really look at the scenes, you watch the episode once again, even from episode 1, how Lord Otto had been pushing Alicent to the king, we knew that something like this sort was going to happen. We don't really know what really happened in episode 1, whether they slept together or not. But I think they've been having deep conversation. Alicent Hightower has been of great company, pacifying the king ever since the loss of the wife. And so far, we think some of the characters have been really annoying Lord Corlys and the family. I think they are in for a selfish reason, but we don't even know yet. We don't know their plans, but we still wait for more episodes to unravel as we understand what they plan to do. Prince Daemon one of the stubborn characters, is still in the pipeline. He's been cast out to Runestone, and everybody is just aware that this guy is going to be trouble. Lord Corlys runs to him and begins to build allies with him. We expected this. The moment Lord Corlys don't know their plans, but we still wait for more episodes to unravel as we understand what they plan to do. Prince Daemon, one of the stubborn characters, is still in the pipeline. He's been cast out to Runestone, and everybody is just aware that this guy is going to be trouble. Lord Corlys runs to him and begins to build allies with him. We expected this. The moment Lord Corlys got pissed off or walked out of the council, we knew this man was going to start building relationships and rapport with people who did not like the kinship of King Viserys. And that is what we saw at the end of the episode. To continue with some of the gist, we know that Rhaenyra, the princess, has her eyes on Sir Criston. I think she is really admiring him, and even during the first episode in the House of Dragon season 1, where the tournament was happening, she asked a lot of questions about this gentleman or this guy, and as part of her position or decision to choose Sir Criston as the Night Guard is a way to get closer to Sir Criston. For now, House of the Dragon is a hotter series. It's really been gorgeous and opulent. We believe the cinematic views is going to be exciting as we wait for more episodes to understand what the House of Targaryen is going to offer, the plans of Prince Daemon, the plans of Lord Otto and the family, and what Lord Corlys is going to also do as he builds ally against King Viserys and the kingdom. Thank you once again, and we hope you enjoy this. Please don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. We'll be sharing another exciting gist on episode 1 and episode 2 of the House of the Dragon. You don't want to miss out. Peace.